She's been communicating with him for a while.
She has. She starts to sense him, and this might happen before just coming into the pilot. And she starts speaking to him, reaching out to him, seeing if she can make a connection. But what we learn very quickly is that these powers have different strengths, and her strength with the telepathy can be stronger with one person or another, and with Stephen, it's extremely strong. They can sense each other very easily and communicate with each other very clearly, and that creates a bit of a closeness, see? And yeah.
Since this is kind of this is the new version of the Tomorrow People, can you talk a little bit about your character for our readers?
My character is Cara. She is one of the leaders. I wouldn't say there's really two leaders of the Tomorrow People, which are hiding from Ultra, the government agency that's trying to wipe us out. And she's assumed that leadership role. She's a bit strong-willed, but she believes wholeheartedly in what she's doing, and she cares very deeply for the people that are like her and keeping them safe and protected.
Do either of the two earlier versions of the show, are they of any use or interest to you as an actor, or do you just push them aside and focus on this interpretation?
Well, when we did the pilot, I really just focused on the script that we had and trusting that the people that wrote it, took what they were taking from the other ones and bringing something contemporary and fresh to it. It was fun after we got done the pilot. I'm on the computer just looking up YouTube and looking at the clips. It's kind of fantastic. I mean, the clothes alone, it was just, you're like, wow, 70s. But it was very interesting to see, very cool, and they had so many good ideas, and you can go anywhere, and that's what's exciting about this show, is that we can pull from that. I haven't seen the clips from the 90s remake, or we can take a new look, a new powers, and a new world.
Do characters like Cara or John have a life outside of like this sewer hangout where they all hang out?
That's what we're gonna get to see. We know that there is some story there. They weren't ready. They didn't go to high school in the sewer. They got there somehow. Thank you. And we will learn their backstories very quickly and see why they are the way that they are, and why they're hiding, and what they stand for, really.
Do we see somewhat of a love triangle? It seemingly was like that in the pilot episode, but
we allude to it, don't we? Yes, there will be a love triangle coming up naturally, as you do. But as you are getting closer, you're bonding over these shared experiences in such extreme circumstances. And I think having the connection that Cara and Stephen have with the telepathy, if I don't know how to say that by now, I never will. With that strong bond that they have, it's sort of only natural that feelings are built on it.
Did they rebuild that underground set in Vancouver?
They shipped it from New York. It was built in New York. They shipped it to Vancouver. They rebuilt it. And what's been really amazing since we started work again was seeing the set that it's been built out around it. It was this massive room with a couple of nooks around it, and it's just been more rooms are building off of it, and it's just become this whole thing unto itself, and it's the coolest set. It's everybody who's never seen it walks onto it just like blown away. It's really impressive.
Because the show pre-exists, there's obviously a fan base that dates back to the original. What's the immediate feedback you get before people have seen a frame of the show? What are you hearing from people about what they think?
I feel like it's been very positive. I feel like people are very excited to see a remake. I think it's been enough time that they're kind of interested to see just what would you change, how would it be in this present day. But so far it's been really good. Everyone's been very, very nice and excited and being like, hey, I can't wait to see it. I loved the original. So hopefully we have enough stuff tying into the original that they get some fun bits out of it.
Can you talk about working with Danny Cannon as the director and having him back for episode 2 as well?
I was so thrilled when I heard Danny was coming back. to direct. He had such a clear vision of what he wanted to do during the pilot, and I think when you shoot a pilot and then you go to series, you're so concerned with recreating this world that you made in a month's time. And I feel so great about working with him because we just jumped right back into it. It's like 3-4 months never happened. It's like we never left, and that feels great to do because you feel like, yes, this world is real, and it's easy to get back into. Yeah.
Given Kara's connection with her, I don't know, Stephen, how are they related? But he makes a decision at the end of the pilot, which is kind of not what anyone expects. Is she going to sense that? Or is she going to understand it? Is that going to have some ramifications as the series goes on?
Yes, there will be ramifications. It is an interesting choice that he makes, and no, it's not a choice that she sees coming. The powers, they have limits. You can't read someone's mind all the time, or you can't know what decision they'll make before they make it themselves. And I think she has a lot of faith in Stephen, just right from the get-go. I think it's just a sense that she gets from him. But no, she didn't know he was going to make that decision, and it's high stakes.
Is he going to find a way to kind of keep her out of his thoughts so she can't really see what's going on?
We might be figuring out how that works. Yeah, there's so many different elements.
What kind of backstory does Kara have with John?
We will learn that as we get in. That was something I was very curious about, because when you just start off with a show with people already together, you don't know how they got together, you don't know how they adventures, fell in love, that whole thing. They're together and they're happy. So we will be, I think, exploring when he broke out what his story was, when she came into the picture, and then how they became close. And that's what's kind of fun, is that there is no real beginning. We have just right in the middle. You can go backwards, you can go forwards. There's a lot there.
Thanks for talking to us.